नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल दोस्तों। स्वागत है आपका एक बार फिर से हमारे YouTube चैनल ब्रास फ्यूजन्स पर, जहां आज हम आपके लिए लेकर आए हैं एक नया लेसन।
To see that certain provisions may not be applicable to it. So it is upon the central government as per section 462 subclause 2. They can say that this provision or there is no need for filing of the annual returns, or there will be the type of auditors, the type of board of directors, all these they can relax for the charitable company. So that is one of the, so we have covered the private company, we have covered the public company, and we have covered the charitable company. Any doubts relating to this charitable company, please? किसी को कुछ डाउट है चैरिटेबल कंपनी का?
Ma'am, I
Yes.
had a question.
Yes, please.
As in when you're referring to a section, is it possible for you to present your screen or probably open up the BEAR Act in a PDF form on the screen so that we're able to actually read the provision and understand? Because अभी अगर आपने section 462 बोला, then it takes us time
Okay, so okay, I will
to
try
open
it.
up the section and then go through it. जबकि आप जो समझा रहे हो तो वो खत्म हो जाता है.
ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्लास में मैं ना एक्चुअली मेरा जो बैरक्ट है अपना, वो बैरक्ट मैंने खोल के रखा है, वही देख के मैं पढ़ रही थी। तो अब मैं देखती हूँ उसका पीडीएफ, तो मेरे को लगा कि आप लोगों ने पीडीएफ डाउनलोड करके रखा होगा। ठीक है, मैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में ना पीडीएफ डाउनलोड करके आपसे मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर लूंगी। ठीक है,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
ठीक है,
That would
ठीक
be
है।
great.
तो अभी कुछ एक बार मैं कोशिश कर लेती हूँ, मैं अभी डाउनलोड करके आपसे शेयर करने के लिए, जस्ट आई विल ट्राई।
Ma'am, I've mentioned the link which redirects to the BEAR Act.
Is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So let's move to section 8. See, this is the provision which I told you, the name of the company, section 4. You can note down this, okay? Section 4, which says that the name of the company with the last word limited in the case of a public limited company, and the last words private limited in case of a private limited company. So this is actually the part of the memorandum of association of the company. So you can write this when to the point which you have discussed yesterday relating to the difference between private limited and the public limited company. In case if that type of questions is asked, private limited always they have to write this private limited, and the public company they need to write only the word limited. And you can see that this is exemption here. See, it shall not apply to this clause, shall not apply to a company registered under section 8. Okay, so now this is in relation to the memorandum of association. This clause here, it signifies in relation to the memorandum of association. It shall, nothing in this clause shall apply to the company registered under section 8 and the state in which the registered office of the company is situated. And now let's go to section 8, which now we have discussed. I will again see. Formulation of the companies with charitable object. When I am highlighting this, are you able to see the same? as such. Are you able to see the portion which I have highlighted as well? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So, see, have a look in this section. What it says, it is proved to be the satisfaction. So that's what I mentioned. It is subject to the satisfaction of the central government. So it can be a person or an association of person. Okay, so it mentions that it can be a person. And it says that the object, so here the importance need to be given with regard to the object of the company that is formed. The object is for the promotion. So it is for the promotion of commerce, art, science, sports, education, research, social welfare, religion, charity, and also the protection of environment and any other such objects. So here this any such other objects is adjusting generis. That means it should be associated with continuation of this earlier objects, right? Then this is important, that is the intention is to apply the profits. This profits is not for giving as dividend to the members, but it should be used for promoting the objects of the company. So promotion of the object. So object again here it means to promote the commerce, art, science and sports. Then of course no dividend will be paid to the members. It intends to prohibit the payment of any dividend to the members. Then again, now the central government may by license issued in such manner as may be prescribed or such conditions as it deems fit allow that person. So again, person is signified, an association of persons to be registered as limited company under this section without the word limited and private limited. So this is in association with section 4 where we have discussed that is not applicable to the charitable company. Otherwise, they have to mention.
I want to ask you a question.
Private company, yes.
Hello,
please.
ma'am.
Yes.
I want to ask you a question really quickly. And so this, where is it? Section 8, subclause 1C, right? It says that it intends to prohibit the payment of any dividend to its member. So instead of paying a dividend to its member, the members could instead draw salary from the company and thereby accomplishing the same thing. Yes.
There was some voice, but what I understood is that you are saying that they are not entitled for the dividend, but they can draw the salary. You're saying that?
Yes.
That
exactly
means,
what I'm saying.
huh?
That's what I'm saying, yes.
They can draw the salary. I mean, you mean the members. So, see, now when we use the terminology salary, you are asking me or you are saying that?
I'm asking you, like they can draw the salary and
whether you are asking
the point of this.
Whether they can draw the salary or not. Is that you are asking?
Yes, and I'm just trying to question you on the on this clause that it defeats the purpose of this clause. If the members can draw a salary instead of dividends, it is pretty much the same thing. They're still drawing out from the profit of the company.
But could you tell me where it is mentioned that they can draw salary?
Can they not?
No, where it is said that they can draw the salary.
It was my judgment.
No, don't go with such judgments and predictions and presumptions. Okay. So it is not that they can draw the salary and all, because his salary is drawn otherwise also by the employees.
Okay.
Salary is always drawn by whom? By the employees. And who is paying the salary? It is by the employer. Now the question is here, the company is not they are. And if you are just, speaking from the perspective of the people who are working in this type of companies, and of course, for that they are paid salary. Okay, it is not that, but here the difference between the salary and dividend you should understand. And when we discuss the case of Lee versus Lee's air farming company, this concept will again get cleared, because he himself was the managing director, he himself was the worker of the company, and he was enjoying everything by himself. and unfortunately he died in a plane crash. So his widow asked for the compensation under the Workmen Compensation Act. So in that case, the court said that since there is an independent legal existence from the member and the company is bound to pay him because he was the worker. So if I take your case, hypothetical situation, Ayush, if in that case, if he is drawing the salary in the capacity not as a shareholder or a member, but as a worker.
Okay.
So in that case, it is justified because he is drawing in that capacity, and that is the difference between the theory and the practice. People are very smart that even to avoid the profit, the company's main objective will be showing the charity, and education institutions will be started, and the profit also will be, many cases are there, and this gets unnoticed because all are into this type of trade and profession, many of them. So, and all the political support and everything is there, but the law is very much clear regarding this, to my understanding, that it never mentions about the salary as part of this. So here the section 8 only signifies one important aspect, that even if the company generates profit, that profit cannot be utilized to pay the dividend. That need to be used for promoting the object of the company. So coming back to what is the object? Object is for the promotion of sports, science, education, or related to the activities. For that,
Excuse me,
you
ma'am.
can use it, but not the dividend. Yes, please.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Mm.
Ma'am, aren't members the ones who have subscribed to the memorandum?
Yes.
So, ma'am, the members will be totally different from the employees. The employees won't be counted as members.
Yeah. Of course.
So, ma'am, if they derive salary, that won't come under the purview of dividend.
So again, I hope that you will be knowing that there are certain, and there is no restriction that the members cannot be the employees. Certain companies, as a pay package, give certain shares to their employees. And if you remember the private company clause that has been described or we discussed yesterday, it gives an exemption from counting them under the from the 200 members, the employees of the company and the past employees of the company. So there is no restriction that an employee cannot be. And here again, when here we are referring to the members are those names which are who have subscribed to the memorandum of association at initial stage, and their name has been registered with the registrar. And again, when we are here, the difference is that the shareholders, once you get the shares or acquire the shares, you become the shareholders. So here the same. So the this section 8, the charitable companies need to be treated not as a shareholding firm, because they are not indulging, they are not issuing, they are not subscribing from shares from the public. Okay, so the question, because this is the hypothetical situation to my understanding that Ayush has been asking. Okay, otherwise there in the provision it never ever says regarding the payment of salary and purpose defeating the object. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So yes, so come back to the things which we are discussing. So the company registered under this section shall enjoy all the privileges and be subject to all the obligations of a limited company. So what are all the limited obligations they will be enjoying? Then another important aspect is that this clause 3, it says that a firm may be a member of the company registered under this section. So that means even a partnership firm, a firm, it can be a company registered under section 8 may convert, and if the company feels that okay, now it is high time that we have done our charitable work, so let us convert ourselves to the company and let us start trading. So they can convert. There is no restriction that once you are a charitable company, always need to be a charitable company. And so according to the aspects, you can change or you can shift. But of course, you have to get the permission. So that's what this section 4, subsection 1 says. A company registered under this section shall not alter the provisions of its memorandum or articles except with the previous approval of the central government. So it signifies that after taking the benefit, you cannot get yourselves converted unless and until you are justifying why you want to now change or shift your position from the charitable to the other aspect. So that is why the permission or the approval is required. And the company that is registered on this section may convert itself into a company of any other kind only after applying the conditions as may be prescribed. So it is always you have to follow the rules as well. What are the rules relating to it? So this is a lengthy provision, but we have to only see rehabilitation, insolvency fund and all. But you can read it yourselves. But for the understanding, or when we are referring to the different types of company, what is required is to understand this basic minimum of the objective of the charitable company. That means the company that is formed under section 8 with an object to promote the aspects, that is commerce, arts, sports and related activities, and not applying its or even if once they generate some profit, that income is used for promoting these same objects, and then they prohibit by payment of the dividends to its members. Now the next type of company is the government companies. Okay, next is government company. So again we will go back to section 2 subsection 45. Section 2 subsection 45. See, section 2 subsection 45. What's a government company? See the definition. This is the definition of the government company. Section 2 subsection 45 defines the government company. That means a company in which not less than 51%, so that is highlighted, that is 51% of the total paid up share capital is held by the central government. So you might have seen that I think IDBI Bank and even in the I think in airlines, and now they are planning to just government is moving towards the field of privatization of almost all its where they were having the shares. So in that case what will happen is that their percentage of shares will get reduced, and it can be of course the state, so central government or by any state government or governments, or partly by the central government and partly by one or more state governments, and includes a company which is a subsidiary company of such government company. So this is also the type of company. So when the question is asked with regard to the different types of company, what all things till now we have covered includes the private company, public company, charitable company and a government company. So you can define a government company means the company that is provided under section 2 subsection 45 and in which the government, and in case of jointly by the state government or by the central government or by 2 or more state governments together, they are having not less than 51%. That means 51% and more shares are held by them. That is known as the government company. Now let me clarify one more aspect, that is relating to what is this paid up share capital. So again let's have a look at section 64. Yes, see what is this paid up share capital, just for your understanding. So paid up share capital or share capital paid up, it means aggregate amount of money credited as paid up as is equivalent to the amount received as paid up in respect of the shares issued, and also includes any amount credited as paid up in interest of shares of the company, but does not include any other amount received in respect of such shares, whatever name it is called. So that means if the 100 shares has been issued and out of the 51% in case of the government company, so the 51% of share might have been paid from the part of company. That means the government holds that 51%, and then that will be termed as the government company. Then another type of company, one more also we will discuss today, that is relating to the government company and section 2 subsection 42, that is foreign company. Foreign company, see, foreign company, it signifies any company or body corporate included outside India. Okay, so it is incorporated outside India. Remember this term, incorporated. It is not incorporated in India, but outside India. But what is happening in India? It has a place of business in India, whether by itself or through its agent, physically or through electronic mode. So this is very important, that even if virtual mode company is transacting, then it will be termed as a foreign company. Then conducts any business activity in India in any other manner. So here a foreign company means it is not incorporated in India, but it is incorporated outside India. And only perspective or only thing is that it is having a place of business. It's not that the physically it should be there, physical place of business need to be there. It can be otherwise virtual mode also, but it should do the transaction. Say for example, nowadays we are having a lot of e-commerce industries are coming up. So e-commerce or e-commerce business happening. In that scenario, it is not required that they are registered in India. Even the foreign companies can transact business in India. So that will be termed as a foreign company. So we can see that all these are defined. All these companies are defined under the Companies Act of 2013, foreign company. So till now we have covered the private company, public company, then government company, foreign company, and charitable company. Rest of the types of company we will cover in the next class. Okay. So let me take your attendance now. I hope you understood till now. Shivam? Shivam is not there. Shivani? Yes. Rituja, yes.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Yes, is present.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Himanshu Dutt?
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted.
Ma'am, 51, Shivani.
Shivani, where are you vanishing many a times?
Ma'am, actually, there is some network glitch. I was trying to unmute it, but it did not happen.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
Anuj?
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Jasleen?
Present, ma'am.
Noted. Ankur?
Yes, ma'am, Ankur.
Yes, noted.
Thank you.
Aman Shes? Aman? Ayushi Gupta?
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Manavika? Prashant Kumar? Anand Kumar? Smriti Malik?
Present, ma'am. Smriti.
Yes, noted. Akanksha?
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Himanshu, 150 roll number. Anupam, roll number 152. Manorama Singh, roll number 153. Animesh
Present, ma'am.
Tripathi. Manorama Singh is there, yes. Animesh Tripathi. Ajay Kumar Jha.
Present, ma'am. Ajay.
Yes, noted. Siddharth Bharadwaj.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Karthik.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Rahul Kaushik.
Ma'am, Rahul 235.
Yes, noted. Simran.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Archana. Vishwajit.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Atul Singh, Ayush Saxena.
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Bhanu Mishra.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Abhishek 244. Yogesh Kumar 328. Tafsir.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Shashi Ranjan.
Present, ma'am.
Noted. Victor. Pradeep Yadav.
Present, ma'am.
Noted. Maria.
Present, ma'am.
Yes, noted. Aditya 335. Ayushi.
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
दोस्तों अगर आपको आज का लेसन पसंद आया हो तो वीडियो को लाइक करें। इसी के साथ अगर आपने अभी तक हमारा चैनल सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब के बटन पर क्लिक करिए और बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलें ताकि आपको एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड नए नए अपडेट्स मिलते रहें। और अधिक जानकारी पाने के लिए आप हमारे फेसबुक और इंस्टाग्राम पेज से भी जुड़ सकते हैं जिसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया गया है। धन्यवाद। साथ अगर आपने